Hello everyone, welcome to course study on solid mechanics. In today's lecture, we will discuss the concept of loading diagram from shear force diagram and shear force diagram from bending moment diagram. Again, we are going to discuss the concept of fixed beam. So, we have problem statement as follows. A beam AD is simply supported at ends for which SFD is as shown in figure. Draw loading diagram and bending moment diagram. So as per the statement given, we have a beam AD. So this is beam A to D, which is simply supported at the ends for which shear force diagram is given. So this is the shear force diagram for the beam AD, and from that shear force diagram we have to draw the loading diagram and bending moment diagram. So our first step is we have at point A a vertical line. A vertical line at point A, it indicates that either a reaction is acting at that point or a external point load is acting at that point. So at point A sudden rise of 4000 Newton indicate that the reaction RA at point A. So that intensity of reaction is 4000 Newton, because from A to for point A we have a vertical line. We have inclined line from A to B. So over the span of A to B we have an inclined line. For an inclined line we have UDL in case of loading diagram, but we don't know the value of intensity of UDL. That we are going to find out. So intensity of UDL can be found out by a difference between the two shear force values divided by its length. Therefore we have 4000 Newton shear force at point A minus 0, that is at point B we have 0 value. So 4000 minus 0 divided by its length is 10. So we have UDL intensity 400 Newton per meter. Next, from B to C a horizontal line is there. So horizontal line between B to C, it indicates that no load is acting over that particular portion. Again, for point C we have an vertical line. So the vertical line at point C, it indicates that again a point load is acting or a reaction is acting at point C. So sudden down, so from 0 to it is 4000. So there is a sudden down at C. It indicates that point load of 4000 Newton acting in downward direction. And at point C to D, from C to D we have horizontal line. So no load is acting between C to D. So the value will remain as it is. And again at point D we have vertical line. So at point D we have reaction of 4000 Newton. So in this manner we have found out the value of UDL, reaction and a point load. Therefore we have 4000 Newton reaction at point A, 400 Newton per meter UDL intensity up to the span of A to B. At point C we have 4000 Newton which is acting in downward direction, because it is in this manner we have calculated this value. And at point D again we have a reaction acting in upward direction. So in this manner we have drawn the loading diagram from the shear force diagram. Once you know the shear force diagram and loading diagram, we can easily draw the bending moment diagram. For the bending moment diagram we have to find out the bending moment at each and every point. So remember that at point A and D the value of bending moment is 0, because those are the end points. So we have to find out bending moment at point B only and at point C only. At A and at D we have 0 bending moment. Therefore bending moment at B is equal to 0. It's a sum of bending moment at point B equal to 0. Therefore we have 4000 into 10. So reaction into perpendicular distance is 10 minus UDL has to convert into point load. So 4000 into 400 into 10, and the half of the span is 5. So minus 400 into 10 into 5 it will be the UDL has to convert into point load, and it's a bending moment. Therefore, we have bending moment at point B equal to 20,000 Newton meter. Again, from B to C, no load is acting over there. Therefore, the value of bending moment also remain constant. At point C, we will calculate the value of bending moment. So it is 4000 into 15, because 10 plus 5 is 15, minus 400 into 10 into 10, because 400 into 10 is the load which will act at the center of the span, and plus this 5. So it will give you minus 400 into 10 into 10. So moment at C will be 20,000 Newton meter. So we have UDL between A to B, so we will join it by a parabolic curve, second degree parabolic curve. No load between B to C, so it will remain horizontal, and again from C to D we will join it by an inclined line. So in this manner we have drawn the bending moment diagram from the given shear force diagram. So in the next lecture again we will discuss the concept of the fixed beam. What is fixed beam? In a fixed beam, both ends of the beam are fixed. Ends are restricted from the rotation. So in case of fixed beam, we have both ends fixed and the ends are restricted from the rotation. As it is restricted from the rotation, the value of slope is 0 at that end, but the bending moment is not 0, because all of you know that for a fixed support we have reaction horizontal, reaction vertical, and the moment at that point. Therefore the slope will be 0, but the bending moment will not be 0. In case of fixed beam, at every end there are 3 unknown. That means that total 6 unknowns are there, because 3 plus 3 will be 6, and as there are 6 unknown, so we have 3 equilibrium conditions. So we cannot find out those 6 unknown by 3 equilibrium conditions. So it comes under the statically indeterminate beam. So it means that it cannot be solved by a 3 equilibrium conditions. So for that purpose we will require the additional equation to solve a indeterminate beam, and that additional condition will be in the term of deformation of that particular body. So in this manner we have completed our unit number 2nd. We will stop here. Thank you.